Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Builds by Bailey. Today we're going to make the license plate frame, the hanger that's going to go on the bottom of the shock. So today, follow along with us as we cut some metal out. So this is the spot down here where we're going to mount the license plate. It's actually going to, we're going to make a bracket that comes off the back side over here where the nut's at, because there's enough threads on there. So that'll come off there, come up this way, and then we'll have a bar that goes across that the license plate actually bolts onto, and then it'll sit flat right there along the shock. So I'm going to cut some metal, we'll drill some holes in it, weld a tab or two to strengthen it up, and we'll get it going. So I've got two pieces of metal cut out. I've got a smaller piece and I've got a bigger piece. The smaller one is actually designed for the license plate, so it's going to actually be the part that the license plate mounts to at the bottom on the back side. It's a little bit skinnier, you can see, than the width of the license plate, so that way you can't see it from the front side. And then the wider one's actually going to mount to the spring on the bottom side of it, the shock assembly, and then it'll come up a little bit, and then we'll put a 90-degree bend in it, and that will be the mounting point that this is actually going to mount to, and then we'll weld the two together. But first we're going to drill our holes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drill the holes for the license plate bracket, and then I'm going to drill another one for the part that we're going to weld onto, and then I'm going to measure out and find out exactly where the bolt's going to go for the shock, so that way I know the distance away from it to be. And then at that time we'll cut off the excess that we don't need and clean it all up. So I've gone ahead and I've marked the places where the license plate bolts are going to go through, so I'm going to go ahead and drill those holes. Okay, now I have both of the pieces done and I've got all the holes drilled in them. I've got them all cleaned up on both of them. So now we're going to take and we're going to test fit the larger piece, and we're going to make sure that it fits on the bike. And then we're going to go and we're going to put a 90-degree bend in it right about here, so that'll fold over. We'll cut off the excess of that on that end and get rid of this, and then round up our edges. Okay, we're going to go ahead and see if this works. This is going to slide on here, but on the other side of the nut. So that'll come onto here, and then we're going to put a 90-degree bend right in there and bring this side over, and then where the holes are at on the front side here, we're going to actually put spot welds on those. So we're going to weld through this onto that other piece to hold the two pieces in place. So we're going to take our piece, we're going to put it in the vise and get as close to 90 degrees as we can, clamp down on it, and then we'll bend it towards ourselves. So that way we put a 90-degree bend in it. You can use a hammer on that and tap on the back side, and it'll work a little bit easier. Make sure when you tap on it that you tap right at the base of it, because if you tap above it, then you'll just bend the part above it. Okay, and ours is actually a little bit more than 90 degrees, so to fix that, just chuck it back up in the vise and lift up on it ever so slightly, and that will straighten it back out. So now it's pretty much at 90 degrees. I'm ready to put it back up on there, double check the fitment one more time, and then clamp up the other part and get ready to weld it. So I went ahead and I found all the places that I needed to line that up on. I marked them with a Sharpie, and then I clamped them up into this fancy little device that I have in my vise. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spot weld those two spots, and then we'll test fit it on the bike. So there it is, all tacked up. You can see I got pretty good burn in on the weld from the opposite side. So I'm letting it cool off, and then we'll test fit it on the bike. Okay, I've already taken the nut off of the side of it, so go ahead and put that on here. See how it fits. Looks like it fits pretty good. Try it with the license plate, see how that fits. There it is. I got it all mounted up. It's horizontal now, mounted to the back, so I can take this thing out for a ride now. Thanks for watching another episode of Builds by Bailey. The next episode will be working on some of the bumpers that you see in the background. Got quite a bit of fiberglass work to do on some of those, and getting ready for some paint work. Got a new air compressor coming, hopefully later this week, if not sometime in the next week. So we'll be doing a lot of painting in the next couple of weeks. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your friends.